getting Spanish citizenship is not so hard to get if you have some relationship with Spanish in your family, you know. I think it's looks like Portugal as well.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, it's not so hard to think you can like if you have like grandparents,
yeah,
you can. Yeah, it's need to we can jump like two generations if I'm not wrong. I think it's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah. In my case, I have great grandparents who was
Hmm.
born in there, you know.
Hmm.
So yeah, let's wait. Uh, okay, well, good morning, Lurian. How are you?
Yes. Good morning. Good morning, Osvaldo. Good morning, Karina. I'm okay. And how about you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna to send again the question on the chat, right? Uh, and we didn't start the conversation at the moment. We are just chilling a little bit. So yeah, I don't have any video to share with us today. So yeah, good morning, YouTube. I'm sorry. Here it's common that it will start another immersion here. I'm used to bring some feelings, thoughts, statements and topics to discuss here, and today isn't different that. So we are going to talk about misunderstanding in relationships, especially about unspoken things, you know. So that's it. Here you can learn some of the most important languages in my perspective, like English, of course, French, Spanish, and you can check all the available languages on the Talk and Talks website, right? So yeah, here we are free to express our ideas, and yeah, we try to avoid correcting anyone because all of us are students, right? And that's it. So let's start with our presentation. Karina, please. I'd like to know you better.
So hello everyone. My name is Karina. I am 26. Um, I am from São Paulo, but now I am living in Lisbon, Portugal. I moved here for long-term living because I came to work. But I am here since last month, so yeah, 1 month already. So still new for me. I work as a product designer in a technology company here in Lisbon. In my free time now, I live near to the beach, so I like to go to walk to the beach. I also practice jiu-jitsu, so I'm looking for a place to practice jiu-jitsu here. I like to read. I like to watch TV series. I'm married. My husband still in Brazil because we need to take our cat with us, and it's a little bit difficult to do that. But they are coming next month, so I'm really excited, and I miss them so much. And that's all for me.
Perfect. You like a lot of stuffs and leisure things. It's interesting. Thank you for your presentation. And Luria, it's your turn, please. I don't know you.
So, you don't know me, right, Osvaldo? So, I will say something new this today for both of you. So, I'm Luria. I live in Belo Horizonte, and I'm 34 years old. And I will change my personal um, how can I say presentation here next week because I will turn 35 years old. So it's something new
Oh,
as well. Don't you know about
something
me? My
new. Yeah.
birthday, my birthday is in 2 days. So I need to say 35 years old right now. And that's it. So I work as a business analyst. I work from home. I really like to have this kind of job, to have some flexibility, quality of my life, to walk with my dogs. I have two dogs. To walk with
Mm-hmm.
my dogs in the end of my job and my work. Also, I like to go out to receive my friends at my place. I love, love, love to travel. This is something that I really love. I was in Lisbon 2 years ago, so I know Lisbon is really nice. And when I can, always I will choose to travel. So that's it about me. Thank you.
Perfect. It's always a pleasure to have you here between us. And it's Friday with Osvaldo. I used to joke with this. And yeah, about me, I have no idea how to present myself in a different way for you, Lulian, because I tried everything, I said everything, and I have nothing more to add. So i- today is the first time, the first Karina's time with me, with us. So I'm trying to do a traditional presentation, I would say. Well, I live close to Campinas in São Paulo State with my fiance and a stepson. I have two children about my first marriage. I had a old marriage a long time ago, more than 10 years ago. And I here where I currently live. My parents live too. So I have a good time with my parents, my children, and my family right now. About career, I'm currently working payment company, payment startup company based on the south of Brazil, Paraná state. Let me see. I work as a software developer since the pandemic, where the company is used to hire anyone. And let me see. Uh, Yeah, the final thing that I'd like to say, I'm currently involved in different projects in my job. It's a hard time because I'm doing a really hard task that are consume a lot of time of mine. Yesterday, for example, I worked until 9 p.m., around about the 9 p.m. And I'm going to start another new project. So I'm working in four projects right now at the company. So it's a lot of stuffs for a single developer. And yeah, that's it about me, guys, girls. So let's start our conversation at all. Lurian, could you start with the first question? Is the question that I forget to put the number?
Yes, yes. How would your trust in a partner be affected if they consistently withheld their true emotions? Uh, I remembered about this question about the question without the numbers. Just I
Yeah, my fault. I'm sorry,
no,
my bad.
no, 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 it's not a problem. And I put the number for me after. So first, I think the base for me, the something is really basic for me in a relationship is the to trust in someone if they can have truly discussions with me. I need to understand that, and sometimes I need to ask to that. Like I'm trying here to expose myself with my emotions, and I need to do the same. So sometimes I'm seeing like I'm looking forward to that. It's really important for me to have this kind of dialogue. To have this changing exchange actually, né? Right? Exchange
Lord.
and I can say that we can grow a lot when we exchange these feelings, because if I understand you deeply, I can understand myself and I can be better for the relationship. If you
Okay.
don't say the things, how I can be better, how I can support you better. So I I can say that it's not about my trust will be totally affected, because this is something that you need to build. You know, it's not something you cannot find a relationship that is totally perfect. You need to build, like maybe in the first time, oh, you know, you are not telling me this. Oh, maybe it's better if you open more yourself. In the beginning, is this is the process, you know, you need to build the relationship. But I can say after, I don't know, né, and in a moment maybe I cannot wait anymore, and this happened in my life, in my other relationships, when I just understand that I was in a point of I couldn't continue, you know, even if this person decide just no, I will be a truly person with you now. No, now I just I give up. You know, it's not worth it anymore. So it's depend of this process. You know, relationship is really hard, but for me, it's totally important to really trust in my partner or in someone that is in a partner of something with me. You know, even if a job, another voluntary work, or in the with my loved ones. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you. Well, for me, if we don't trust in ourselves, we need to, and would like to continue this relationship. I think it's important to build trust. If you don't have, we don't have trust in a relationship, it will hard. I think it's impossible to have a healthy relationship. For me, trust is the most important thing, and the first thing, the second one is respect, you know? We need to have these things in our relationship. So after that, I think everything will be easy. Yeah, will be easy to build, to do, you know? So yeah, I think that's it. First, we need to build the trust. After that, we can open ourselves to the other part. Yeah, I think that's it. And about you, Karina?
I agree with you guys. I think also depends of the person because for me, for example, I am so emotional, and for me, it's easier to open my emotions with my partner. And I think I am this person, and I like when my husband, for example, shows the emotion for me. I know it's like you create a bond and you can trust in this person to open yourselves. So I think it's really important. I don't know if I am capable to stay with someone who hides the emotional. So I want to know how are feeling in this relationship. I want to know how can I help you? How can I don't know, have give you something like what do you need? What are you thinking about? So for me, it's really important to stay with the person that I can trust to be myself and this person be the this emotion person with me as well.
Perfect, perfect. I totally agree with you. So, well, about the second question, if someone had been more transparent about their needs, how might that have influenced the relationship's outcome? Um, well, I had some problems in on old relationships about that. But I'm sure if we had been more transparent in our needs, of course, everything would be easier. The but I at the same time I can see that sometimes we are not so mature to have a relationship, and we used to learn along the way. So, of course, we will have a lot of challenge and setbacks along this way, this journey about relationship, but along this, we used to rise to the occasion to have a health and a good relationship. Like me, for example, I had some relationships, and today I feel good. I'm comfortable with my relationship currently. Of course, uh, not everything is perfect and will never be perfect. So we just need to, like I said, respect ourselves and the other part to have a relationship with purpose, I would say. And yeah, that's it. And about you, Luria?
I can say, like Karina said, about she is more emotional, and I'm the same. And my partner, he's more like reasonable. So sometimes I just need to. He cares to have a really nice conversation with me to share. But sometimes I just know by my look, and know maybe because it's really interesting how we know each other now. Like he looked me, what you need, and I looked to him, what do you need. So I can say this transparency that we are saying here is everything for you understand the meaning of your purpose in this relationship. In my past, I will say I lived, I was in a relationship for 7 years. For 7 years, because I really believed that I could marry. I could marry and live my life with this person. And I had the signs, and I can say maybe uh, signs, but it was not totally evident. It was like signs, but he never said to me. This was the problem. Like when we had a problem and in our relationship, he just was in silence all the time, and I was there again because I was afraid maybe to be alone. Yes, because I was afraid maybe to restart other relation. Yes, maybe because I had a little feelings to him. Yes, could be any reasons. But if one day he just decide to say the truth to me, like, Luria, I'm not ready to have a family. I'm not. I'm sure that I could say no for the relationship, but always he was feed me with false hopes,
Yeah.
with that, and I was just there. So since it was not transparent, I was keeping. So I have my part of the. I cannot blame just him. I have my part. I'm guilty too. But in this in this formula, in this equation, he had more because we were in the relationship for something, for have something bigger. So I think this can influence a lot a relationship. And on the other hand, when you are totally transparent with someone, this can help you to feed this relationship more, to just trust more in this person, to just oh, this is what I want for me. So in the same way that can cut, also can be more stable the relationship. That's it.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. And before your answer, Karina, I'd like to advise you that I'm sure that the next questions will mix with the older one, look like they are seams between them, but I think we can exchange deeply our ideas because that, right? So it's our turn, Karina.
I agree with Lurian. I think sometimes if you are not transparent enough, you lose yourselves. Like you have, as a human being, your own needs, your own desires, and you need to be transparent with this with your partner, because if you are not, the relationship will just lose the meaning, like lose the purpose, because you sometimes you are not happy, you want something different from your partner, or you have like you expect something you are not receiving. If you're not transparent about this kind of stuff, you will stuck in the same place and the relationship's not going well. You don't know the reason, but the reason sometimes just the conversation, just the you are not being transparent enough. I think that.
Perfect, perfect. That's it, girls. You're mature about this topic. So yeah, let's continue. Karina, it's your turn. The 30 question, please.
Had you recognized the unspoken cues in your past relationship? What actions might you have taken different? Um, in my last relationship, let me see. I think uh, my ex-partner was a bit um, different for me. For example, I was really transparent about what I want. So if I want to go something, if I want to do something, and he was always like just agreeing with me. So if I want something, he wants to. If I want like go to the beach, he wants to go to the beach. If I love, I don't know, electronic music, he loves electronic music as well. And with time, I think we turn in the same person. It's just like kind of strange because you need to be yourself, you need to have your own desires. And I think I if I had been more like decisive about my things, so or talk to him or advise him like you need to go to different place, you need to do different things. So maybe that, because with the time it's like strange to have the same taste of your partner like with all. So I think it's that the this necessity to be just one bars me a lot.
And I think you tried to discuss that with your ex-partner, right? But it wasn't effective, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, also we were really young, so this counts
Oh
a lot.
yeah. Oh yeah. So he just followed the advice the old man, the experienced man used to say, yeah, the final word is always yours. Yeah, I agree with you, my darling. It's my final word. And
Yeah.
about and about you, Ludian.
I can say like Karin, I totally agree. Sometimes looks like I was just lost, you know. Uh, and I think in the same way I can learn a lot of things about me, about myself in this process. I had this feeling about oh my god, I'm so dumb here. Why I'm here? What I'm believing that it's obvious. It's obvious, obvious, obvious. So I think a relationship, we need to accept that it's not dependent just of you. Okay, so it's two people, sometimes more than two. But the problem is when I can see now myself in that relationship. Oh my God, poor Luria, you know, totally lost. What you can do? I want just to give her a hand, a hug, you know, because I have the knowledge now and I'm not perfect. I'm learning a lot of things even right now. But sometimes it's just so obvious. So I I think when we don't recognize it, unspoken cues or signs, It's more about we are not ready sometimes to be out of this relationship. It's just the possibility for me. Because if I saw this in the other relationship, I can point my finger. I will not say judge because, okay, but just a lot of people judge other relationships because of that. You cannot see. Look, it's totally clear. It's in front of you, it's in front of your nose, you bite you. But when you are inside a relationship, it's really hard for you to process. You are living there. You have other emotions, you have other feelings. So I really think I could be better. I could change something, but in the same time, I was a little lost. So even if I have something in front of me, if it's not something that will really broke my heart, I think I could continue, in the relationship. But
Yeah.
about the question, I'm just speaking about unspoken cues, right? But uh, I think I could decide just to broke this and continue my life without to spend 7 years of my life or 10 years of my life or 15 years of my life, because here I'm talking about every relationship, could be anyone. I think when you decide, when it's clear to you about this, you just can give up calmly, know, in peace, and just continue your life because maybe it's better for you take another way.
Yeah, I think you said, Luria, but in the other hand, maybe the people don't have skills, enough skills to be able to express with silence, Um, like we had some talk some time ago about that, about these specific signals, communication with signals and some like that. But I'm a person that I prefer to have a clear conversation. And of course, if I had recognized that before, I didn't spend almost 15 years in my life. I had a relationship that uh, I invested, I like to say, 15 years in my life. And girls, I didn't have big problems in that relationship about trust or unrespectful things and something like that. But uh, the issues was accumulating along the time, So we had a short discussion today, and we didn't use to solve that, and the bad feeling was growing up, was fixing in our heart, in our body, in our mind, So this stuff along the way led me to uh, decided to cut tie that relationship. I decided to cut tie, but of course, as you mentioned, Lurian, I'm not perfect. I did a lot of mistakes in that relationship, so I know that all of us was responsible for that. I think that's the most important thing. I remember in that time, I felt totally responsible for that relationship. I remember I had a different therapist, around a five therapist by the time, to understand that I wasn't responsible alone for the problem, and by the time the other things that led me to feel bad, it was related to my children. Both of them was a little child. The older one was 3 years old, and the younger one is 6 months old. So yeah, it was a hard for me to understand that situation. And so I had this bad experience, but this experience had been taught me how to um, express myself, how to say important things related to that relationship. And currently, I live. My fiance didn't have um, another uh, serious experience, relationship experience before me. So I'm a kind of a tutor of her, in these aspects. Like you said, Karina, about your past relationship, about your as ex-partner. Yeah, I feel like you felt in some parts, but he was born at the Nordeste of Brazil. I forgot how can I say Nordeste, girls. I'm sorry. Northwest, maybe? I don't know. And so she has a strong personality, I would say, So it's interesting because, for example, she likes a lot to make healthier food, and I'm like to play games, for example. She doesn't like that, so we used to mix a lot of desire and yeah, and experience. And yeah, I think I answered. I don't know. Let's move on to the next one, Luria. It's your turn. Question number 4, please.
Yes. What change might occur in a relationship if both partners openly address the unspoken expectations? Um, just I think we can say that it's not a guarantee that it's just because you open the relationship will survive and will be like a flowers, okay? I think the good thing about that to to address it or unspoken expectations is because you can trust and maybe you can don't waste your time. This is the important thing about me because I'm not, at least me, okay? I'm not in a relationship just because I'm passing my time. Oh, I'm just in this relationship right now. If it's not working, oh, okay, I can just be divorced or I just get separated. I I don't I don't and I will not never start a relationship thinking about separation, thinking about, oh, if it's not working, I can just, this is not the purpose for me. I understand maybe the new generation now, they are more open, they just want to live and to try to, okay. But for me, I'm looking at someone to live my life, to live with me, to be my partner, to have the adventures with me. So this is what I'm saying. And I it's important for me to know if my partner wants the same. Okay? If one day one of us change, it's not a problem. But what is the good thing about to address that? You can save time, You don't need to hide that and maybe the other one will not trust on you, just say, I'm changing now, I'm thinking more, because maybe you can change together, okay? You can think about that together, or maybe the other one who is in the same path, from the beginning can, oh, so since now we want this, I think it's better we know we are in different ways. So this is okay too. There is no problem on that. But the problem is when we try to force someone, we try to fake. If you don't want this person anymore, you start to cheat, you know, and this causes more and more and more and more problems. Just address all these expectations and have a really deep conversation, a real one, for you understand each other if you are going in the same path. I think sometimes the couples they just go for other path because they are not talking between
Yeah,
them.
I agree.
you know, they are not talking. So when you just realize I am in the north and you are in the south, oh, how we were here so far? Because we didn't talk about.
And I
And
have one more thing to add you, Lurian. Some people sometimes some people don't used to like to exchange ideas in relationship.
yes, there is this to like people just, oh, I don't, for me this is not common, I don't need, like my ex-partner was like that, you know, always was in silence all the time when it was the time for us talking about to try to solve the problem. He just took me, uh take something to eat, start to eat with me. It was affectuous a moment, you know, so I like it, and that's it. And the problem was there without
Yeah,
any conversation. So it's it's really hard. It's really really hard for me to think about that, and how this can happen. You know, like if this and just to be, for let Karina's answer too. My problem now, I think every time you have a challenge, since I have all these thoughts, you know, all these feelings, I learned a lot of things. Sometimes now I need to control myself for these signs, you know, because sometimes I see things that it's not there. I was totally traumatized in the other relationship, that the relationship I'm living now, all the time I think everything, oh, this is wrong. Oh, this is wrong. No, this is not possible. Oh, he's nice. He's talking with me. No, so this is not possible. This is wrong.
it's not
So
true.
it's not true. No, so now we have other challenge, that is to understand that good relationships are normal too, you know, and how you can handle with that. So that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, interesting, interesting. And about you, Karina?
I think having a relationship addressing uh, unspoken expectations not good because expectation is something you create in your mind and your partner can't read your mind, so you need to tell what you want, what expectations for something. For example, I have a friend whose the marriage anniversary was close, and she was expecting a lot of her husband, and like I don't know, a huge sign of affection, something like that. But she never like talked to him about her expectations for that date. So he didn't do anything. So he just bought a little present, give her like happy anniversary, and she was like really really sad about it. Like really sad. She locked herself in the bedroom, stayed there. So called me crying. He doesn't love me. He didn't do anything. Like it was our first anniversary, and he didn't do anything. But he's not this kind of person. So he's really simple. He's like normal guy, not big gestures. And
Mm-hmm.
she had this expectation, but she didn't talk to him before what she was expecting. So it was a big crisis, starting with this little misunderstanding because she was expecting something and he didn't give to her. But if they are like just aligned about what they really want for the first celebration of the first anniversary, spoke what desires, spoke what she wants, maybe this was be like just I don't know, a normal day, but was a mess, was totally chaotic because she had um unspoken expectation about this date. So
Yeah, I got
it's simple, it's just to talk.
you. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Girls, please don't throw stones at me right now about something I'm gonna say. I lost a relationship because I forgot her birthday. An old relationship. It was my fault. I know that. There. is no excuse about that, but by the time I was starting a business, I remember, and my mind was totally crazy with that moment, and I totally forget her birthday, and she decided to cut ties with me. With she's right, I know that, no, but I remember some months, I think around 10 months, and between 6 and 1 year, she decided to try to close to me, to try to restart that relationship. She said, "Oh, I would be more under understand you. Yeah, I would be understand you better by the time. But no, I said to her, no, you were right for sure. If I was in your place, may for sure I would do the same. So no problem, go ahead. I was in another relationship by the time. So yeah, it was that. And about the question, I don't know if what you think, girls, but I think how can I say that? It's hard to address unspoken stuffs during a long relationship, or even if that relationship we consider a medium term relationship, I would say. But if I was in this kind of relationship, I would try to exchange unspoken feelings currently, nowadays, of course. If I had this chance 10 years ago, I'm sure that I wasn't able to do that because I wasn't mature enough to do that. So I don't know. What do you think? Do you think is this relationship no no is some relationship able to uh, build confidence after your beginning mode, beginning state, I would say, and exchange unspoken things? What do you think, girls? I don't know if you understood me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like change. You are used to one type of relationship and change to be like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know, have
perfect,
more
perfect.
conversation,
Yeah,
such.
yeah. Do you know, is it possible?
Ah, I don't know. Like, I think it's not impossible, but I don't think it's easy. For example, when I know now my last relationship, I realize now, had a lot of problems. And I try to reflect to not be with this problem in my actual relationship. So I think it's not impossible, but it's hard because you need to be really mature to change your mindset, to be open to a new things. So, for example, my parents, my mom, my dad, they got divorced when I was 12, if I'm not wrong. And the main reason why, because they didn't talk with each other. So they have like a lot of needed, but they didn't talk about it and they got divorced. And I don't know, I don't know if for that generation it's so easy to talk about their needs and problems. So sometimes in their mind it's just we can fix this. It's better to split. So I don't know. I don't think it's easy. We need to be really mature to change our concepts about relationship, to change our perceptions with our partners. I think it's not impossible, but need a lot of trust, a lot of, I
It's
forgot
almost
the,
impossible.
yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy in my perspective.
Yeah, my parents are divorced, so I saw you said, Karina. I saw you said. And about you, Luria?
I agree. I don't think it's impossible, but it's not easy. Like I can say that my parents, they are married right now, but it's not a good relationship, and it's a relationship that if I were in this one, I was about to get a divorce. Maybe not about to get a divorce. I was divorced already, long time ago, because of I don't know, like I don't agree about a lot of things. They don't talk between them, and even when they talk, sometimes there is a lack of disrespect about, and I really don't know. I think yes, you can change if this is your purpose for your life. This if this is what you want, if there is a lot of big histories, romantic ones about people are just they just change their life because of this one, because this is the love of my life. It's okay, can happen, like you can transform and between water and wine, right? Like we say in Portuguese. But I think it's really hard. It's not impossible, but I think it's really hard. And even if you do, I don't know, like if you can maintain that for too long.
I think the
Yeah,
opposite, it's more easy. Like you have like a mature relationship, you talk a lot with your partner, and you stop this and being like a different
Yes,
relationship, but not a good one, a bad one. I think this way it's easier than the other.
the
yeah,
one.
yeah. And yeah, I think we answered the question number 5, girls. And just to finish my thoughts about this topic, I've heard about a lot of histories about in the most of case about men that did some big mistake and decide to change everything in their lives. I unfortunately I had a lot of examples close to me with my loved ones. And all the case was men, and they did a big mistakes along our relationship and decide to yeah decide after that after his partner know about untrustable things or disrespectful ones, they decide to change and they change it. But in my perspective, that is not a good thing to allow in ourselves. We need to pay attention and, in my perspective, respect the other part. I think it's that's the point. And okay, I think we have time for one more question. Um, well, I'd like to ask you the question number 6. What might happen if individuals assumed that silence always indicates agreement in our conversation? What do you think, Karina?
Probably is the end of the relationship. Because if you say something, the other's quiet, or vice versa, it's like it's the end because I don't know, you lost your opinions, you lost everything. So it's it's kinda something I've experienced before with my last relationship. So you need to disagree. It's part of being human, disagree with others and have your own needs, your own make your own decisions. So
Growing
if
together.
you growing together, if they assume the silence with a yes, will always be like the same thing forever and always, I don't know, don't have any news, anything to have adventure in your life, in your relationship, this is the end, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I really like this kind of conversation, girls. There was a time in my life that I was the grace sentimental individuals in the world, I think. I really used to cry a lot. Until nowadays, I like to watch drama movies and true histories, true movie or documentaries, histories, and so on, you know. And about you, Luria?
Yeah, so first I like to talk about that too. I think it's a other way to therapy in group.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. And about the question, I think silence is just maybe it's a way to say something that, but it's not to agree. You know, silence. Maybe you need to look for a therapist. You know, to understand why you cannot use your words to express yourself, or maybe what are you not using anything, you know, because if you cannot say if your words, maybe try to draw, try to do something, you know, how you cannot, I think it's express ourselves are really important, like we are doing here. And sometimes we talk more in English or in other language, like me in French, with some subjects that we speak about in Portuguese, just to
Yeah.
be to remind that, okay, like these kind of conversations we have here sometimes we don't have in Portuguese. So
Yeah, yeah. And the people are watching us on YouTube could realize that the language is is behind the scenes here in Talk and Talk. We used to exchange a lot of interesting ideas and topics using some language that we are learning about. So that's the most important thing that make me to continue motivated to be here every single day. I'm here almost weekdays 7 a.m. As host or as a talker. So yeah, I really feel inspired every single day to be here. So that's it, girls. I think the time was almost over. I don't know if you have something to say. Feel free. You will receive the survey on the mail. Feel free to answer that. Yeah, your thoughts about this immersion and bring us some suggestions. That's so important for our improvement. Yeah, and I think that's it. Do you know something to say, girls?
just thank you. Friday with Osvaldo always is amazing.
Thank you. Welcome. You're welcome. Thank you,
Exactly
Luna.
the same.
Thank you, Karina, and good luck in our new journey, in your place, in your region. And yeah, I hope to see you next week. My immersions happens every Tuesday and Friday, okay? 7 a.m. I'm here. Bye bye.
Okay.